Or you might talk to a girl outside on the street or wherever at a store and they don't feel like talking to you. Well, it's not because you're ugly, right? It's because they're sick and tired of guys coming up to them and then saying something like, "How are you?" or "What's up?" and then putting the burden onto them. Hey, it's Min Lu from the Art of Verbal War, where people learn to excel in verbal skills. Today's video is called "Don't Ever Start a Conversation This Way." And I want to teach you this because it's so important. The way that most people start conversations is literally the most uncharismatic, uninteresting, I don't have anything better to say type of way of starting a conversation. For example, have you ever had somebody kind of come into your office at work and just say, "Hey, how are you?" Or, if you're a girl and you're at a bar or a club and some guy comes up to you and just says, "What's up?" I call these conversation starters contentless conversation starters, and they're just uninteresting, uncharismatic, and they're not the way you want to start a conversation with another person. People think that it's polite to start a conversation this way, that it's polite to say, "Hey, how are you?" But actually, let me give you a contrarian view. It's actually very impolite, and I actually hate it when somebody comes to me and says, "How are you?" Why? Well, because they're putting the burden of making conversation on you. They're initiating the conversation, but they're actually not getting the ball rolling. And instead, you're forced to make conversation with them. And so that's actually quite impolite, right? I mean, it's kind of like somebody buying you a birthday cake, but they don't actually buy candles and they don't actually bring matches. I mean, you get this birthday cake and you're happy, but then what are you supposed to do with it? Now, this is the same reason why sometimes you may go to a club or a bar, or you might talk to a girl outside on the street or wherever at a store, and they don't feel like talking to you. Well, it's not because you're ugly, right? It's because they're sick and tired of guys coming up to them and then saying something like, "How are you?" or "What's up?" and then putting the burden onto them. If you start a conversation with someone, including a girl or anybody really, you own it. It's kind of like those signs in like a store where they say, "If you break it, you buy it." Well, if you start a conversation, you own it. I mean, I would actually so much rather that someone start a conversation with me with like something crazy like, "Hey, man, you're looking uglier than usual today," then "How are you?" I mean, at least I have something to work with. You're giving me the birthday cake, you're giving me the candles and the matches. I know what I'm supposed to do with this cake, right? So you're probably asking me now, well, instead of "How are you?" or "What's up?" what can I say instead to start a conversation? Well, it's very easy. There's actually two simple ways that you can start a conversation that aren't spectacular, but they're just ordinary ways to get the ball rolling. And that's all you need to do to move a conversation into somewhere better, instead of starting it from nowhere. The first simple way to start a conversation is literally just making an observation. Make an observation about the other person or about the circumstances that the both of you are in. You can literally say something mean like, "Hey man, you're looking ugly today," like I just suggested, right? Although, okay, you don't want to usually take it that far. So the second way to start a conversation that's not contentless is just merely to make a statement like, "I'm having the best day today." That way the other person has something to react to. Now, these two ways I just taught you to start a conversation are good ways, but they're not great ways. They're not ways that move what I call a slow lane conversation into what I call a fast lane conversation. Now, if you're interested in learning how to have fast lane conversations, check out my conversation manifesto at www.artofverbalwar.com/manifesto, and I'll send that over to you right away. Okay, that's it for today. But before I go, raise your right hand and repeat after me. I will never use a contentless conversation starter again. You guys got that? Okay, this is Min Lu from the Art of Verbal War signing off. Please give this video a like, and hey, if you have any ideas about how you like to start conversations, please share them in the comments. Okay, I'll see you guys next time.